This is your Systems of Equations test review. Most of the answers that you're going to have to get, you're going to have to plug them into Desmos, get your answers, and then select the correct answer on your test. So let's go through and let's choose some answers by putting them into Desmos. Our first one was x squared plus y squared plus 25 equals xy. All right, so we've got two equations there. We've plugged both of them in, and then I'm looking for where they intersect. I've got 4 solutions here. So all 4 of those answers I would write on my test. If I were asked how many solutions, then I just simply count. I have 4 solutions. If I want only my x-intercepts, then I would pick -4, -3, +3, and +4. For the second one, again, x squared plus 5x minus 10 and 2x plus 18. I'm going to go out a little bit so that I can actually see where these intersect. I have 2 solutions, one here and one here. So I would put 426 and -7, +4 as my solutions on my test. If I wanted to know how many solutions I have 2 solutions. For this one, if I plug this one in, x squared plus y squared equals 9. Oh, I think that one's up here, yes. And looking at this one is an interesting one. How many solutions do I have? I have no solutions. So that would be my answer, no solutions. These two graphs do not ever intersect each other. So that answer would be no solution. For this one, x squared plus 4x minus 2. Looking at this one, trying to see, I can maybe zoom in a little bit to try and figure out where my solution might be. Yes, I found it. It's at +1, +3. So I only have one solution for this answer. For this question, I asked to find the roots. Whenever I ask to find the roots, I just simply want to know the solutions. So what I would do, I would set this equal to 0, bring the 9 over by adding it to both sides. So I get x squared is equal to 9. I take the square root, so I get positive -3. I could also plug this into Desmos. If I plug it in, let's see, the equation was x squared minus 9. So if I plug that into my graph, I have x squared minus 9. When I look at my graph, let's go to the home screen. I want to see where it crosses my x-axis. That's what a root is. That's what a solution is when you're just looking for one equation. It crosses at positive and -3. So that would be my solution. That would be my roots. That would be my zeros. That would be my x-intercepts. For this one, using the quadratic formula. On the board in the room, you will have the quadratic formula written so that you can plug everything into the quadratic formula. This is your quadratic formula here, b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. The first thing I need to do is set it equal to 0. So I'm going to add an x squared to both sides. So I get 0 is equal to x squared minus 2x plus 4. Then I identify my a, b, and c value. A is 1. What's in front of x squared? 1. What's in front of the x? -2. What's by itself without a variable? That's the +4. Now I plug this all into my formula. The opposite of a -2 plus or minus the square root of a -2 squared minus 4 times a times c, all divided by 2 times a. Opposite of a -2 gives me a +2. When I square a -2, I get 4. -4 times 4 is a -16, all over 2. Simplify 2 plus or minus the square root of a -12 over 2. I can take a negative out. When I take the negative out, it becomes an I. 12 can be broken down to 4 times 3. The square root of 4 is 2, so that comes out in front of the I. And then remember, when we're looking at these, we want to see if we can simplify this. Remember the V division we talked about in class. I can take a 2 out of everything, so my answer is 1 plus or minus I times the square root of 3. That's actually 2 answers. Use the quadratic formula again. It's already solved for 0. So A is 1, B is -2, C is 5. If I plug this into my formula, opposite of a -2 is a +2. Plus or minus 2 squared is 4, minus 4 times 1 times 5, all over 2 times 1. So 2 plus or minus the square root of 4 minus 20 over 2. 2 plus or minus the square root of a -16 over 2. I bring out my I, and the square root of 16 is 4, so I've got 4I over 2. Again, let's look for a V division. I can take a 2 out of everything, so I'm left with 1 plus or minus 2I. If you're asked to find the discriminant is the part of the quadratic formula that's underneath the radical sign. Okay? If my answer is positive, then that means I have 2 real solutions. If I have a negative answer, I have 2 imaginary solutions. If I have it equal to 0, then I have 1 real solution. So these are the number and types of solutions that I have. This is already solved for y, or set equal to 0. So I can identify my A is 1, B is 4, C is -2. If I plug all of that into this formula, I have 4 squared minus 4 times 1 times a -2. So this gives me 16 minus plus 8. That gives me a positive 24. It's positive, so I have 2 real solutions. Here we want to solve this one by substitution. You can plug it into Desmos to check, but one problem I'm going to ask you is to solve by substitution. This is already solved for y, so I'm going to plug this into this equation everywhere I have a y. So 5x plus 3 times -3x minus 3 equals -1. I use my distributive property. -9x minus 9 equals -1. I'm going to add 9 to both sides, and I'm going to subtract these two. So I get a -4x is equal to 8. Divide by -4. I get x is equal to a -2. I go right back up here, and in this equation, everywhere I have an x, I'm going to put a -2. This gives me a positive 6 minus 3, which is 3. Always write your solutions as an ordered pair, -2, +3. Another one to use, substitution. Again, already solved for y, so I plug that in everywhere I have a y. So I have 8x minus a -8x equals 16. This becomes 8x plus 8x equals 16. This gives me 16x equals 16. Divide by 16, so x is equal to 1. I take this, substitute it back in over here. -8 times 1 gives me a -8. Always write them as an ordered pair. 1, -8 is my solution. Solve by elimination. You won't have one that's much more difficult than this one. Look to see which ones could cancel. I can look at this one and tell these are the same. So 8x minus 8x, that's gone. 2y plus y gives me 3y. 8 plus 4 is 12. If I divide by 3, I get y is equal to 4. Go back into either one of these two equations. I'm just going to plug it back in here. Everywhere that I have y, I'm going to plug in the number 4. So plus 4 equals 8. Subtract 4. So I got negative 8x equals 4. Divide by negative 8. So x is equal to negative 1/2. Make sure you write them as an ordered pair, negative 1/2, positive 4. Another one solved by elimination. If I look at these two, I really don't have them written as easy as I had these to solve. So I'm trying to figure out which variable I want to cancel. Let's just say I want to cancel my x. So if I want to cancel this negative 2x, what would I have to have here? I would have to have a positive 2x. So I'm going to multiply everything in this parentheses times positive 2 and just write it down here. That gives me a positive 2x plus 2y is equal to 14. This one's real easy because look, these cancel, give me 0. These cancel, give me 0. This is a true statement. Whenever you have a true statement, your answer is infinitely many. Right? If you end up with a false statement here, then your answer is no solution. That's it. That's for review. Good luck.